So recently I was out with some friends at a dinner during this week of Sin Explore. It was such a great time. But over that dinner, one of the girls asked, "What fragrance would I wear on a first date?" Or really, just what fragrance would I wear on a date? So I had an answer. It took me a little bit. So that fragrance is in this list, but I wanted to go over 10 fragrances that really could make that list. Fragrances that I would be willing to wear on a date that I feel like would make maybe a good impression that would fit the scenario. If you want to hear a great list of suggestions, some you have heard of, some that are classics, and some that you may not have heard of, or maybe are interested to check out, stick around and I'm going to unpack them all for you. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, also known as Scent Nick. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. And if you're new here, I create fragrance content mainly in the form of detailed and objective reviews. If that's something that interests you, please consider hitting the like button, drop a comment below, and join our community by hitting the red subscribe button. And now let's get back to that list. So when I think about a date night fragrance, I kind of think about something that's not going to be too loud and obnoxious. It's not going to steal the show, but really something that's going to be maybe a little bit more intimate, something that sits a little closer to the skin. It's definitely going to be on the sweeter side, maybe a little spicy. It's got to have that kind of sexy nature. But whenever I think about wearing a date night fragrance, I don't want it so loud that it steals the show from other people, that it overpowers the mood of the night. Literally, this fragrance is for the date. It's for my date. It's not for the world to smell. But yes, I do want it to smell amazing. So we're going to dive into this one with a classic. Now, this one, I mean, most of you, if not all of you, have heard of this fragrance, and it's still one of the best date night fragrances ever. This is Dolce & Gabbana's The One, Eau de Parfum. It's still relevant to today. Maybe at this point it's a little bit more mature, but this is a beautiful, fresh, spicy fragrance with zest and tobacco and amber. You get a beautiful blend of bergamot, coriander, basil, ginger, tobacco, amber, vanilla. It's spicy, it's masculine, it's beautiful and sexy as all get out. Performance is not anything spectacular, but that's okay. It sits close to the skin and lasts just enough time that you need. A fragrance that you probably have never smelled that I received a while ago, this is a couple years ago, that I think fits this bill perfectly. This is L'Homme Elegant from Parfums MDCI. So this is a amber woody kind of fragrance. You get a lot of amber. You get some resin, some cypriol, giving it a little bit of an earthy funk. You get a tiny amount of oud, some leather. Guys, this is really, really elegant. It's got some sparkle to it. It's warm, sensual, cozy, very classic smelling and super elegant. Highly recommend at least smelling this one. It's a little expensive, so don't go out and blind buy it. This next one is another classic and still relevant to today. This is Dior Homme Intense. You guys have heard many people talk about this one, but this is still something I would absolutely wear on a date. It's a beautiful blend of soapy lavender, lots of iris, incredibly powdery, very much like a makeup-y, lipsticky kind of thing. Pear, ambrette, wood. It's sweet with some vanilla, some amber. It's strong. It's incredible. Not the easiest wear if you don't like super powdery, lipsticky kind of fragrances, but super elegant. This one is a newer one to my collection, and although it's not a fragrance that I'm going to be wearing frequently, I do find that it's going to make a beautiful and very sexy, seductive date night fragrance. This is Ibira from Zaharoff from the Z Creators 3.0 line. This is just a vanilla bomb, guys. There's so much vanilla in this. There's tonka, there's dried fruits, some booze, a coconutty kind of thing, lots of wood. This thing has actually gotten quite a bit stronger over time. I may have to revisit this one, but this thing, it does the job. It's not too strong. It just sits around, is sweet, and is sexy. So stinking good. All right, going back to one of my all-time favorite fragrances from this line. This is Homme from Aaron Terrence Hughes. This is kind of in the same DNA as that Dior Homme Intense. It's incredibly powdery, but this one is a bit drier. We're gonna go sandalwood, lots of iris, orris concrete, orris absolute kind of thing. Tonka giving sweetness. You get a really nice sensual skin accord. This thing, I love it. It's so rich, it's so powdery. And I remember when he did the marketing on this thing initially, he said this had his maximum imprinting technology. So really, this just sticks very close to the skin. It's very long lasting. And the whole point of this one is to be close to your date and to get them to draw back into you. Okay, another classic. I realize about half this list is just classic date night fragrances, and that just speaks to how good these fragrances are. This is Herod from Parfums de Marly. And more importantly, this is the Red Juice batch. So I originally had a newer batch where it was just weak as all get out. But this stuff, the Red Juice, it's so much stronger, it's richer. Guys, this is so nice. It's powdery, tobacco-y, got some fruity elements. The osmanthus in here is gorgeous, giving this little bit of a creamy white floral with a lot of like an apricot vibe. You get some honey kind of things going on in here. You get lots of different types of woods. You get a little bit of a smokiness from incense. The spices, it's so freaking good. Now, this is a classic that hasn't been mentioned in quite a while. This one's Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal Extreme. This is obviously the more original formulation with the red cap and the better version of it. Again, I'm realizing as I'm doing this list, it's just another tobacco list. Because let's be real, tobacco is a really sexy note. So this is a tobacco fragrance with plum, heliotrope. You get some cinnamon, almond, pink pepper, citruses, woods, a little bit of leather, some patchouli in here. This thing is ridiculous. Got a creaminess to it, but also dry at the same time, and that plum note is divine. The splurge of the list, you've seen me talk about this one before, but this is the one that I will be wearing on my next first date, most likely. This is Bleu Vanille from Henry Jacques. And yeah, this thing is just a gorgeous vanilla fragrance. There's a little bit of tobacco in here, but cardamom, some ginger as well. Incredibly elegant. Some woods. It's super long lasting, not the strongest projector, but this thing is seductive. It's maybe the best vanilla on the market. Very clean, very bright and crisp, very just elegant and refined, kind of similar to Raja's Enigma. So if you don't want to splurge for this, look at Enigma and you might have something pretty close. Speaking of Raja, this is Parfum de la Nuit 3. Now this is my least favorite from the line, but I also find it to be the most mass appealing and probably the easiest one to wear on a date. This is a blend of spices galore. Cumin, cinnamon, cardamom. You get a lot of resins, all kinds of resins, giving all sorts of dryness, spiciness, Middle Eastern touches, balsamic touches. You get a bit of rose in here, Artemisia giving this bitter herbal element. There is wood and there's some saffron in here. And this whole blend, guys, is just stellar. It's so good. It's definitely a bit more mature. And obviously you can't find Parfum de la Nuit 3, but you can get the new purple cap release of Parfum de la Nuit, which is almost as good, but this is still better in my opinion. And wrapping us up, this one is so classic. I obviously love the original DNA, but I find this one works a little bit better for a date night. This is Absolute Aventus from Creed. And it's not the Triple H batch, it's not the new 2025, it's just the original one. But this is just a huge load of fresh spices like pink pepper, nutmeg, clove. You get the pineapple in here. The pineapple's lovely. Ginger, cinnamon, citron, all kinds of just zesty elements, warm spices, fresh spices, juicy citrus, woods, moss. It's just the Aventus DNA, but deeper, richer, and a bit sexier and more rounded out. So with all that, if you liked any of those fragrances, I would love to know. And also, what would be the fragrance you wear on a date or a first date? Let me know in the comments below. What do you look for in a date night fragrance? Do you want it to be loud and obnoxious? Do you tailor it to your date? Let me know. I want to hear all about it. And if you enjoyed that video, please hit the like button and join our community by hitting the red subscribe button. And we'll see you soon. Peace.